Yeah. Are you guys sure? I mean, you studied the stuff that it takes actual. Yeah, well, we studied all the stuff. Everybody sleep on Amy on that. Okay, here's your options. Okay, here's your options. Okay, you sleep just with Jenny, and then all the other guys have to come sleep with her in order to get their reversal. You sleep with a bunch of different women, then it spreads in a different way because of the way that they've allocated the sexual deviations and manipulations. So there's your choice. Either Jenny sleeps with a whole bunch of guys like Amy did, or you sleep with a whole bunch of girls. Now, you have a penis which doesn't, I'm a giver, she's a receiver. Too many lovers in one lifetime ain't good for you. Too many heartaches in one lifetime ain't good for me. But what about the heartaches for her? She understands. She's been David's wife. It's a manipulation. They murder sexual manipulation, men forcing themselves into each other. You having to help correct that. David and Solomon had to help correct that. They're not perverts. They're helping correct sexual deviation and manipulation. Heartless men putting their DNA in, and a heart-filled man putting his DNA in. A true lover putting his DNA into her instead of a true controller and hater. The girl's in... No. Oh, wait, okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's one of the ones that you guys got out. And the sister. But she seems fine. They're one of the stronger ones. And someone loved them and helped them through. Well, then, but that took a long time. I get it. Okay. So, this is painful. I fucking hate. I don't hate them. If I hate, then I got hate in my heart when this is happening. No, this stuff is really real. Why? Because I find someone that's like sexually attractive, but it's just like a think, and then she's like, nah. And I'm like, okay, you're right, nah. I mean, you're hot. I mean, you got a nice body. You got a real nice little butt on you, girl. But you're right, nah. She don't want to, I don't want to. Tracy Chapman is like, it's like, yeah, but nah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm sexually attracted to her like you wouldn't believe. And she's like, that's cool. I mean, because you're sexy too for a man, but nah. And I'm like, cool. And all the gay women are like that. It's like, you're sexy for a man. We really find you sexy, but nah, it's okay. Go have sex with the heterosexual women. We'd love to have sex with heterosexual women with you. Knock it off, girls. We'd all love to have sex with Jenny. I know. So would I. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Thanks a lot. No, it's not your fault. Okay. No, I get it. No, I understand completely. This should be like one of the happiest days of my life. I get to run around having sex with gorgeous women all over the world. And it's okay. And no one's going to judge me on it. And it's fixing stuff. This is so cool, but not cool. You don't understand. I mean, David with his wife, they're in this room, and the things are going, and the manipulations are still happening because the guys are still sneaking in, and people are still doing it. And she's sitting there, and he has to try to give her to another man to keep as a wife because everybody's so jealous of their relationship because they found each other again. And it's right in the middle of his, it's not right in the middle, but after he's already got concubines and other women are always sleeping with him, and then they meet, and it's like after he's, and all these women are with King David, and he's, and there he meets her, and she's special, and then everybody's jealous. But then there's another one. There's other ones that are jealous. That there's one that Steve Hawking really likes, and I can see why she's got. Tony's daughters are spectacularly gorgeous, and Tony's gorgeous herself. But Tony was married. Tony's spirit was married to, and she was a mother. And then it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's life back then. Yeah, it's just normal. They would go in. She made a mistake. She went back home, and she's talked to her husband, Mr. Husband, because David let her go back because he's that type of guy. And he wanted them to be together, but they because of politics, they wouldn't arrange it, and they wouldn't allow it until much later, after Abner's death and after a lot of other things, and a lot of other people killing it, people ruling that village, and then he got established some, a little bit more, and she could go back with her husband, which, her husband loves David, and David loves her husband, because her husband set him straight because he got through the first two daughters, and David was like, yeah, I love that village. They got the most gorgeous women, and they're so fun to make love to, and they're very loving and very loyal. So she went back home. She told the girls, it's not bad. David's really special. And the girls are like, really? Yeah, he's one of the most special men to ever make love to. It's the way he makes you feel. It's the way you feel afterward. It's special to be with him. So the girls will have to go there. But then it's like, it's heartbreaking because you can't share a man like that. And so they all want him, and it's tearing them all apart. And it's tearing him apart and tears them apart. And there's all the jealousies, and the other guys want them. Obviously, other guys in the palace that are allowed and see access and come in or spying on the concubine rooms. As Steve explains to me, I wanted her. Well, of course you did. And the same thing, that's why he's got the things for Natalie. She's a similitude of someone. David did not have sex with her. It says in the Bible. No. Solomon takes her a wife, but David doesn't have sex with her. She lays with him, she holds him, but they don't have sex. Well, because she figured out she was Lot's daughter, and she doesn't want to, she knows she's there to help her who she loves through, but it's not sexually, it's more of a just help him through, keep him safe, love him. He's miserable. Absalom was murdered. His other son's going to get murdered. His son Solomon's going to have to raise up his hand and kill his own brother to keep his brother, who's been manipulated by these other people, from taking over the kingdom. And they always were manipulating us, and Bob tells me about that, and he's going to help change that and make sure that in the House of Marley that things are much more, he's preparing them for me to come and be family with them again, to get through the jealousies, to help them through the jealousies. He's going to give them the heartfelt information, the heartfelt love and understanding. He's going to beg and plead to him on his deathbed and all stuff to clear the way for this when the man comes, there will be no doom, and the family will be reunited, and and I can't say his name, Anajana, and the similitude of him and Solomon are going to be like the best buddies, best friends, instead of and it was because of their brother Absalom who helped restore this balance to the family through our emperor and our beloved, who's from the line of Solomon too, Haile Selassie. That they take these. Selassie is a son of Solomon. So in technical terms of that time, Haile Selassie is the son of my son. It's weird. It's just, go talk to Martin Yates. He'll explain it to you. Here's how it works. And then they move here, and then this goes in this place, and the signal goes like it's explained to Peter, and Peter explains, and Jesus explains many times in the Gospels. It's allocation, the 7 brothers and the 1 wife. And it just, and he's explaining to you, it goes in accordance to needs. You just have to show up, do your part, listen to what's go to the dance, meet the right girl, have the 2 horses brought in. If they breed, you get a good colt. If they do, you don't force it. It's the whole Saladin breeding understanding. He studied it and he knew it. And it's Allah decides, and you have to let Allah decide to get the best horses. Not force bred, but God chooses, and each chooses their mate. That's why they bred the best horses, because they weren't breeding, God was. You just let God take its course. You just put a mommy cat and a daddy cat and let nature take its course. They didn't breed, then they don't see it acceptable, so they will not breed good. If you force the breed, then you get problems. If you do not, even a rape, if the man feels like, it all depends on the acceptance of the conception, and then if the woman submits and just says, obviously, God put that man in a position to force himself on me, but I will not let it affect my spirit and the nature of this child. But a woman shouldn't have to be forced to do that. That just makes her one of the greatest warriors in the history of the world. This is what Saladin explained to me about the woman warrior. She's amazing. She's so amazing. She can change the structure and the genetic and the molecular makeup of the way that the Immaculate Conception is the acceptance of this conception regardless of the conditions of the conception. That's what I'm talking about, Rich. You get it? You get it. They don't. Yeah, and it changes because you studied the stuff that thought and action, indeed, actually affects our genetic makeup. And the way that, I will heal myself. Just bring me Jenny. Okay, stop trying to be a selfish little brat. I'm not. If we express and explain this stuff, maybe I can cut down things, and there'll be a lot less. Maybe it will just be just a few chosen ones that need it, that it will work through, that have had husbands that have had sex with more women, and it will start to just, in a domino effect kind of thing. Maybe it will just be a few. Maybe Amy slept with enough, and I've slept with Amy, and she slept with enough, and maybe Jenny has slept with enough guys in Hollywood that they've slept with enough girls that it will all just affect that when me and her gets together. What do you think? Can you check the numbers on that one, please? So when me and her get together, it'll be just like Nights in White Satin and the first time ever I saw your face, and I knew our joy would fill the earth. How's that? Give that a try. Check the numbers on that. Crunch it, run the math numbers, do that thing, and see how they work through that network. If it's two, if we're symbiotic relating and we're the two strongest power sources or whatever you want to call it, if we get together and then it goes boom and then it starts to spread just like Berta said the first time ever I saw your face. Boom, 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 boom. That would be cool. Huh? I'm dancing around like I'm some kind of silly kid. Maybe I'm right to skip step number 2 to get to number 3. Because maybe there is no 2, there's just 1 and 2. 1 and 1 is 2. And 1 and 1 and 1 is me and you and her, and that's just not working, see? So 1 and 1 is 2. And then 3 is when they get together and have a magic number and have a man and woman have a little baby. I don't have to worry about that. There's already babies in the scene. Katie sees me as her Katie Bug, and I'm her Katie Bug. She's my Katie Bug, and I got kids, and she's got kids. It's like it's the Lopez Parsons bunch. Yeah, let's do this. Come on, Richie. Check my numbers. Check the stuff. Check the things. Check this. Check the things. Put the projections in. Get your people to doing it. Do your little psychic things and stuff like that. Ask for a detached outcome. Don't ask for the outcome that you want, the one that you want to manipulate. Ask for God's will and not your will. Relax. Just do this down all right. Come back to me. Give me your numbers. We'll talk about it tomorrow night in my prayers and my dreams. I'll wake up tomorrow and go, I ain't feeling that bad. As a matter of fact, right now I'm feeling really, really good. Well, because if this is a distinct possibility that a lot of people will do things more responsibly, our symbiotic relationships will work in the most cohesive and intelligent and balanced and loving manner possible, and then I can get to the point where I could get closer to maybe getting to meet her. Casper, if she's happy to be with him and he's happy to be with her, then send me. I'll go do the stuff with the other ladies, and I'll be happy taking care of that and fixing that and having a short time with them and then sending them off to their real connective husbands. And how's that? That's another alternative. I didn't see that, Rich. That'll work too. Yeah, my heart breaks, but it won't really. I mean, these women are special and beautiful. Yeah, just to spend a little bit of time with. I know it's absolute misery for me. I know. I wanted a lifetime. I get it. But if that's what they wanted and that's what they decided and that's what they manipulated and then I have to wait till the next one. I even get in the next one that there's certain sexual still relationships that he has to work out and she has to work out kind of, and they have to understand and explain it. It's like maybe the next, so it's through the next like almost 200 years because of these generations, because I've got another, hopefully, God willing, plus 50, maybe 60 years left in this because of all the genetic change. And I'm going to do it as naturally as possible, not manipulative as possible. I don't want to go outside of nature to make myself evolve in a way that goes contrast to what nature wanted to do. But given the right optimal conditions, I can live into my hundreds, but not my 120s or 50s because of all the toxins I've had to face. But I can have a healthy life and do pretty good up into my 104s, 106s, whatever, 107. I don't know what the numbers were. It was really irrelevant to me, but I can get there and then just have a good life and settle down when the body's ready to shut down in my hundreds, which is cool. I've been told that. I thought it was the 90s and stuff at first, but we're changing, and as we're getting better, my numbers increase, which is nice. I like that. I like all the time I can give me, and I love the kids. I love being a dirty old man with a dirty old woman. I mean, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me at all. I like it. I love watching the older couples hold hands, and I want to be one of those older couples holding hands and stuff too. And I want to watch the children play, and I'm excited. It turns me on to think of going on. I'm like John Denver on that one. Yeah, that's the cool stuff, you know. So, Homes, Prayers, and Prophecies. Rhymes and Reason, he's got a lot of, but yeah, there's going to be cold. We're going to go through an ice age. We're going to have volcanic reactions. It's going to get colder, but we can do it in a much more intelligent fashion, and it's going to work. And we have to do it, and the most we have to use the harps and the other aspects on the ground to control it, so it's less toxic and we can tolerate it. We're used to it. Once we stop all the carbon emissions, then we'll be ready for the most toxic thing there, but we're already used to it because our cars and stuff. I understand. Don't take any pride in the fucking up because it was the fucking up that caused the whole fucking up from it. We'd have better balance and we wouldn't have all these big fucking ups because we fucking it up. Understood it? Okay, you get it. Dick gets it. You got good math skills. Okay, thanks. Richard, I need your help. Steve, I need your help because you guys are mathematically intelligent and we can equate this. And we need the Sultan's help and we need the Sheikh's help because they have the mathematical abilities to explain this to Muslims and stuff too. And the red-haired Sheikh in Syria, I don't know what his name is. It's hard for me to say. But the other Sheikhs and the young man, yeah, who looks a lot like me. And I think I'm not sure if he's in Syria, if he's in, I just know they're in the Middle East. I give them privacy, so I'm not sure what country, but I've liked on a lot of their pictures, and a lot of my clerics and a lot of my my imams, and basically what I see them as fellow servants. They're not my clerics and my imams are my fellow servants. It's just like the Pope. He's my brother and he's a fellow servant. And the bishops and the archbishops, they're just brothers and fellow servants. And one of high esteem or high regard because of what he's done. You're just, bless you, brother. Can I help? Yes. Okay. That's all we are. We're brothers and fellow servants, all working as one. Some go to the lead head of the class, but we enjoy it and we encourage it. And we don't envy. We just sit there and go, wow, that's cool. I'm glad I got him on my team. It's good to have Mike. It's good to have Ralph. Thanks. It's good to have you. And Sheikh Hassani is exceptional. A similitude of Socrates is nice to have around. A similitude of Rumi is nice to have around. We've got to use him while we still got him. He is getting older and he's precious, and he'll transfigure and he'll start as a boy. But the wisdom that he has as a man, we need to partake of and enjoy and express and have on a larger. He's special. He's a rose. Yeah, it grows through all that stuff that you guys are, it's a special rose, and they are, and so we need to share them and love them. And there's women too, when you suppress the women, and the women have so much to teach. I don't care what star you came from. I love you guys. No, don't worry about that. You're on planet Earth, and this is what you got to worry about. Don't worry about where you came from. We all came from all infinite parts of the universe. Worry about where you're at, what you're doing, the whole Yoda thing, okay? We'll go to the next one. I love you. This makes me very hopeful. We'll see what happens, but crunch your numbers, get back with me. And let's move as quick as possible, because I love you guys and I want to get started on this and I want to help. And I promise I won't cuss you out too bad. You already got that. All right? All right, hold in there. Hang in there. I'll be back. Blessings.